Good morning. Good morning. Woo! This is great. Oh, it's so lovely to see you folks this morning. You guys good? You can open the window more if you want. There had been heat on in there, but it's off now. So here we are. See if anybody shows up. I'm dead. I didn't advertise the class.
So have you made a decision of what you're doing?
It's basically, no. No, I haven't made up my mind. It's kind of like if people want it, and if I want it. So, all right. We've got a crooked Instagram here. Hi there, Sandy. Good to see you. I'm on the club Zoom as well, so if anybody wants to go on there, that's good. How's everybody feeling?
Good, terrific.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Terrific. You're here.
we're here.
Yeah. Sweep your arms up here. Exhale, bring them on down. I have done nothing other than walk up the 2 flights of stairs. So I need to warm up for sure. Just one more time. And down. Just keep your feet where they are. Bring your arms up and take your wrists. Bring your feet all the way together and take it over to the side. Nice. Bring it on up. Take it off to the other side. So those of you out there in streaming land, if I don't have your contact information, send it to me so that we can hopefully continue these classes after the club shuts down. So I can reach you. Send your tailbone back, lift your chin, open your throat. This is your inhale. Exhale, drop your chin, round yourself, and then inhale. Somebody was telling me about, so before class, we were talking about what studios will be open. Exhale. Inhale. I know that Studio RX is doing outside classes right now. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. But come November, it's going to be too cold. And their studio is windowless. Good morning, Meryl. Oh my goodness. We've got 6 students in here today. Isn't this fabulous? Okay, this is our last one. Let's come on up to stand. Take your feet maybe even wider. You don't have to stand facing me. You could be sideways on your mat. Toes point out. We're just going to go side to side. Deep into the knee. Checking out your body this morning. So welcome all of you folks out there in virtual land. Let's stay over at the left side. Let's turn in that direction. So if you're sideways on your mat, you could just look towards the back of the room. That's fine. Lift your left heel, your right heel, and bend that front knee. Let's lift the back heel. Okay, so the back heel's up. Let's come up to your full height. So you're straightening your front leg. Let's bend that front knee. Lift it up. Inhale here. Exhale, bend it down. Inhale here. This time you're going to bend and stay low. Bring your hands to the ground. So it's a lungy stretch. Nice. Just enjoy that stretch as much as you wanted it. We'll do 3 breaths here, just like we did standing. So inhale, lift your hips, straighten the front leg as much as you can. It might not straighten a lot. And then exhale, bend the knee deeply. Inhale. So I'm looking for that too. I want live classes. Bend your knee. So it looks like I might have to do it myself. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your hips up. Now walk your hands to center. So you walk your hands right there so that your toes are on either side. Your hands are down there. Okay. Put your right hand underneath your face. Lift your left arm up here. Open up your chest. Breathing right here. That's nice. Put that hand down. Take the other side. Put that hand down. And then rise on up. So we're going to turn around to the other side. So the side that you didn't do, that back heel is up. Doesn't matter which one. Just do the opposite. Okay? Whew. Inhale. Straighten the front leg. exhale, bend deep. Now double down on the back leg, don't forget the back leg. Inhale here, press into that back heel, bend it, right knee. Inhale. This time you're staying down, the hands come to the ground, and we're back in our lunging thing. Now you could do this with the back knee on the ground, that's okay. Can you keep your front heel on the ground? Lift your hips up, and bend that front knee. Inhale. I always think of the Tin Man when I was at the beginning of my class, and how he needed Dorothy to oil him up there. Inhale. That's exactly what I feel like. Bend it. Yes, right. And then lift your hips again. And come back to center. Rise on up here. Now make sure your toes are pointed outwards. Okay, bend into one side and then bend into the other. So I'm kind of dreading the fall because of course everybody eats more carbs when winter comes around. We're going to be stuck at home. Does anybody have any ideas on how we don't gain weight?
2 cups of vegetables a meal,
2 cups of vegetables a
meal.
meal.
a lunch and dinner, so my dog tries to eat. And
2 cups of vegetables for lunch
Lunch
and
and
2
dinner.
cups for dinner.
and protein with every meal.
Protein, well, that's easy for me.
And 16 ounces of water before you eat.
16 ounces of water before you eat. That doesn't include alcohol, right?
And green tea supposedly is an appetizer.
Green tea.
Spices.
Spices.
Cut your appetite.
Come back on center here, good. Keep with the ideas, let's go
And
down
eggs
for
for
2
breakfast.
and up for 2. Spices, that's a great
And
idea.
eat within a certain amount of time of the day,
Yes.
not past.
Right,
Just keep it
Yeah.
within it.
noon to 7,
I've seen
noon
my
to 8.
daughter have issues with weight because she's up early in the morning and she's eating dinner late at night.
Right.
Doesn't work.
Nothing
They did all
after
kinds
dinner.
of
Put your
studies.
arms down
Eat
here.
out of a 12-hour
Yeah.
window. You
Yeah,
gain weight.
Right, so how
Even
long
if
you
it's the
need,
same
8-hour
calories, they
window.
did study with mice.
Nothing after
It's
dinner.
hard, boy, if you work
Yes.
shifts,
Yeah, nothing after dinner.
nothing after dinner.
And dinner's like 6:37.
Oh my.
Yep.
Jane, you're a nurse, did you used to work shifts?
Oh yeah, it was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I'll bet. 3 more. So lots of suggestions, spices, that's the one I like the best.
Yeah, spicy food.
Spicy food.
Yeah.
Lemon and
Stay down.
Sriracha.
Yeah.
Sriracha.
Get your hot sauce bottle, put it in your pocket.
Down an inch.
Hey, I
Up and down.
had a student who did that.
I use sriracha.
High school student
I love
carried
it.
his hot sauce.
Sriracha on
On
everything.
eggs.
Sriracha
I
on
love-
everything.
love
Oh,
sriracha
yeah.
on eggs, yes.
3, 2, 1. Grab your weights. Ooh. Okay. Put your weights on your shoulders. We did that the other day. So that's just creating a little tension vertically, just a tiny bit. Okay, so we're doing our little step tap thingy. I've got my nice N95 mask.
and fun.
Yeah,
Works out well.
Lawrence gave me this one, so he said it would be better for me to breathe in this than
Good.
a cloth mat. I was having a hard time breathing in here.
Good, breathing and
Yeah,
talking.
let's do the kick thing.
Breathing and talking.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lawrence.
You want to
See
see
her
him?
one day.
You want to
Yeah.
see him?
good.
He's growing a beard.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that beard, yeah.
Is he still in Colorado?
No, he's here.
Oh, he's here.
No,
He's
he's
here.
coming to yoga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll miss this big mirror. It's kind of nice. When we work out at home, it's a much smaller feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little claustrophobic.
Miss all the people.
Oh, I miss the people. Remember when this was super crowded?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah, you couldn't find
fun.
a
You were
space.
fighting for floor space.
It was fun. There was a lot of laughter, as I recall.
Yeah.
A lot of silliness. Okay, stop here. Weights are gonna be in your hand. We're gonna do the same exact thing, but we're gonna hold the weights out there, okay? Let's do the kick thing. Okay. Woo. Starting to feel it? A little bit. Okay, good. Just 8 more. 1. And then let's do the thing where we're standing in chair. Go low. Go really low. If you have a second set of weights and you want to put them on there, we're doing biceps now. Most people can use a heavier weight in biceps. So if you're at home during this COVID thing and you're working from home, I would strongly recommend having a light pair and a heavier pair. You can double them up here. And let's work the biceps. So up and back. There you go. Now let's make this more interesting. We'll add that balance thing. So if you choose to lift your heels, do that. And you sit deeper. Don't let your eyes move. Good. 2 more sets. Press your knees together. And 6. Last set. It's 8. Sit deeper. 7. Go low. 6. Belly in. 5. It's 4. 3. 2. 1. Woo! Stand on up. Shake your legs out. Put your weights down. Go up, but not far. Take your ball. Walk to the back of your mat. You know what we're doing now. Ball is between the thighs. Okay. Let's just hold it there. So, as always, we just want to orient ourselves in our own body. So, it's now your midline here. You're a fish, and you're connected all the way from your head to your tail. Past your tail, down to your feet. Okay? So let's squeeze that ball in. Find the midline. Zip it up from your groin to your inner heels. Exhale. Feel yourself unzipping a little bit. Bring it back in. Lift the pelvic floor. Release it. We have one more like that. Bring it in. Your pelvic floor is activated. It's lifted. And release it. Okay, so your feet are going to stay where they are. Hopefully they're right below your knees. Sweep your arms up. Let's dive down. Walk it out. We'll do the same exact thing. Okay, but in a plank. So squeeze your knees. You're in one line. Release it. Don't let your upper back bow up. Squeeze it in. So your collarbones stay wide. Release it. 4 more. Bring it in. Belly lifts. Release. And 3. Release. It's 2. Release. Last one. Release it. Here, put your knees down. Hopefully your weights are nearby. If they're not, reach over, keep the ball where it is. Just bring your weights in your hands here. Put them on your shoulders again. Right, so walk your knees a little closer. It's actually the same thing we just did. You're just going to squeeze your inner thighs, your adductors, and release it. So you don't get much movement here, but you do get activity with the pelvic floor. Right, release. Once more. Release. Okay, so you can do weights or not here. We're going to do that thigh stretch thing. So I'm going to take the 2 tongue arms. Okay, elbows are down. Relax your shoulders. Let's inhale up. And exhale up. Inhale. So you know you're keeping that pressure between the thighs. And using that energy to come back up. Bring it on back. Bring your attention to your lower glutes. Squeeze them. Can you help yourself up there? Using those muscles. Let's go back. And exhale. Come on up. Only 2 more. Let's go back. Lift up. This time we're going to stay back there. Take it on back. So you're breathing for 6, 5. Can you go further? 4, 3, 2. Ooh, come on up. Alrighty. Put that stuff away. Let's do a down dog. We want to stretch those muscles out. Walk your legs out. And let's get a bigger stretch today. Oh, doesn't that feel nice now? It does. Yes. Okay. Leave one foot down, the other leg goes up. This is where we're gonna bend the upper knee. If you wanna flip your dog, be my guest. Everybody's gonna try to get the lower heel closer to the ground. Can you square your chest off to the front? So your one shoulder is not higher than the other. We're gonna bring it in like a slow one-legged mountain climber. So bend that upper knee, bring it in, come into a plank, and up. And bring it in. We're going slow. Float it back. Okay, and 4. And back. It's 3. Bring that up as high as you can. It's 2. And 1. Very nice. Let's bend the upper knee. Yawn that hip open. Once more. Straighten it out. Lower it down. Drop your knees, wag your tail. Let's sit back on the heels. Give those wrists a rest. Rotate your wrists. So there's nothing to prevent you from doing this on your forearms. Some people work with their fists into the ground. That doesn't work if you have a manicure, which I don't. Some people have weights that are big enough that you could put your weight on the ground. You've got that. Okay, yours are round, they would roll. But sometimes the bigger part is flat and you can use the weight so you can keep your wrists neutral. So that's just something to think about if you're buying weights. Let's just go to the other side. Okay. So we're in our down dog. You're going to lift your opposite leg. Bend the knee, yawn the hip open. Hopefully that feels wonderful. Drop the lower heel. Okay, nice and slow. Let's bring it forward. 3, 2, 1, and back. That's your pace. And up. Let's go forward. That's fine. And 4. It's 3. Here's number 2. Last one. Bring it up. And down, drop your knees. Anything you want to do. Wag your tail, take a child's. Rest your arms. I'm going to take my hands around behind me and just stretch out those elbows. Shake it out. Come onto your back. So you've got, I know you have a ball, but if you have a block, you could use a block here as well. This is the one where you just bring your legs from side to side. All right, so there you are. You're on your back, you're all the way down. You've got that object between your knees, and you're up there in your tabletop leg. Very nice. Let's bring the legs over to the left for 4, 3, 2. Keep the opposite shoulder down. Bring it up. 3, 2. Take it to the other side. So you could certainly have your arms helping you. Meaning your arms could be on the ground. Nothing wrong with that. If you've moved on, you want more challenge, your arms are off the ground. So we're finding a lot of diagonals here. Pulling. Diagonal fashion to keep us awake. So you're rinsing out your spinal cord here. Keep it going. Ah. 2 more of these. Back to center here. And up. And you're going to take that ball out or block out. Keep your knees to your chest. Pull your knees in, hug your knees. Good. Rock yourself side to side or forward and backward, whatever feels nice. So Merrill, that feels better on your neck? Good. Sometimes your neck doesn't want, your head doesn't want to be all the way back. So you guys all know you're modifying like crazy. Whatever your body needs, that's what you're doing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna lie on your back again, and you're gonna bring your legs to tabletop. So this is kind of this is the fundamental stuff that we always did here. Before we start, I want you to let your tailbone be heavy. And you're going to decide if your arms are on the ground, if your hands are on your abs, holding a beach ball or two-tongue common, okay? All that good stuff. Let's do the right leg. Down for 4, 3, 2, and bring it back up. So the knee stays bent. Bring your other leg down. Tap it, and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And your first leg. Okay, so it's slow, it's precise, it goes down at a reasonable pace. Good. Good. Notice how your body's reacting to this. Great. Let's do one more on each side. You guys are good. Very nice. Once you finish that, just bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees. Very nice. You guys are all experts at that. Okay. We're going to do the thing where you've got your feet flat on the floor. You're going to come up into an enormous yoga bridge. So you're going to float your hips up. You're going to float your spine up. You're going to try to get your entire spine off the floor. That means you're rolling back onto the shoulders. Make sure your neck is happy with this idea. And you're really high here. Inhale, lift your heels up. Float your hips even higher. Don't let your heels drop, your hips drop as your heels go down. Keep the hips up there. Ooh, yes, it's a little twitchy. All right, let's exhale down to your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are going to be flat on the ground. This is not easy. And float it back up. So when your shoulder blades go down, the hips stay up. That's the hard part. Let's go down on the shoulder blades again. So you consciously have to be lifting the hips as the upper back comes down. It's not an easy task. I'm aware of that. Then lift it up again. We are not used to dividing and slinking and articulating this way. Let's go back to the shoulder blades again. Shoulder blades are down. And then you bring yourself back up. Maybe Mrs. McCabe did this. Maybe that's why she died at 108. Yeah. Go back down to your shoulder blades again. Stay there. Now start to roll onto your back ribs, but keep your hips off the ground. Your heels are down. Your ribs are down. Keep your pivot bone up. Don't let it drop. And bring it back up again. If you're shaking, you are doing this right. Let's do that one more time. This is hard. You start to learn about your back. Drop the shoulder blades. Drop the ribs. And come back up. Beautiful. Let's drop everything back down. Bring the knees back into the chest. Every time we do this, you hit the reset button. You're relaxed, you're comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling. So we're articulating the spine now from the top down. Now we're going to do it from the bottom up. Okay, feet are flat. Press into your feet. Start to lift your tailbone, just the tailbone, only the tailbone. The hips are still down. I know it's hard. Lower back presses into the mat, drop the tailbone. So basically, it's a rotation. It's not even a lift. So rotate the tailbone up. That means press the lumbar down. Lumbar is your low back, behind where the waistband is on your pajamas. And drop it back down. One more time. Lift it up. Drop it down. Super aware. Let's go bigger. Lift the tailbone, lift the hips, but keep your lumbar down. This is always my most difficult move. And lower the sacrum, lower the tailbone. One more of those. So you're basically just lifting your hips, but keeping your low back in contact with the mat. When I first did this, I couldn't do it. It was just impossible, drop it back down. Because I thought, wait a minute, that's just one place. How are you telling me to articulate there? There's no articulation, but in fact there is. We're gonna go bigger. Tailbone, sacrum, now lumbar, but keep your ribs down. You did this before in the opposite direction. And drop it back down. So Mr. Pilates says, if you want to have a healthy body, you have to have a healthy spine. This is how we're doing it. One more of these. Tailbone, sacrum, lumbar, ribs stay down. This is a small move. This is not big. In fact, I can hardly see you move. And drop it back down. Really nice. Good, everybody. Let's bring the knees back into the chest one more time here. And we'll prepare for the single leg. Okay? Get ready for that. So you're comfortable. Couple more times. Some of you like happy baby. Couple people do twists. You know, it's whatever you want. So you're just kind of throwing off. Sometimes the body builds up tension, especially if it's a little difficult. And we don't want to keep carrying tension throughout the practice. You just want to shake it off, and then let's get right back into it. So here we go. You've got both knees in tabletop. Your head is lifted, your shoulders are lifted. If you have neck problems, something goes underneath the back of your head. But promise me that you're not going to put 100% of your weight on your head. Okay. So you're going to bring your hands to your bent knee. Your other leg is extended and long. And switch it. Right. Inhale in between. Exhale as the leg goes long. It's nice and slow. It's very precise. And you're wearable where your body parts are. So this is a little different maybe than dancing, where you get into the momentum and the movement and that lovely flow. This is more about each moment in time. When your leg goes long, you can feel it. Push the toe forward and extend that leg. And 2. Both sides. And 1. Beautiful. Put your head down for a moment. Take an inhale here. Exhale as the legs come straight up towards the ceiling. We'll do that thing where we try to hold the legs still. Just look at your toenails. And it's impossible, but you kind of learn what muscles are in control here. That's the whole point. Okay, so we're going to do our hamstring pull. Head and shoulder lift. You got that cervical knot. Drop one leg. Slide the other hands up as far as you can on the opposite leg. And you're moving from side to side. The legs are very close to each other. It's a scissoring action. Very nice. You do that little double pulse. That feels nice. Feels like punctuation. 3. And 2. Nice. 1. Really good. All right. Pull your knees in one more time. Take an inhale here and exhale. So if you want to do the crisscross with your block or with your ball, I'm not going to stop you, but you can do it without them. So you choose. The block is, for my money, is the hardest. The ball is a little easier. That goes between the knees. This is the one where the elbow holds, one knee holds the one side of the ball and the elbow holds the other side of the ball, right? So what happens is the elbow comes forward, your knee actually frees up. And you go from side to side, right? And 2. And 1. Okay, beautiful. And bring that down. Give yourself an inhale here. And exhale. Let's sit on up. We're going to do a reverse plank. So here we are. Let's do the one where one leg lifts. We'll just do 3 of them, okay? So see if you don't have to lift your leg, but you can. So you definitely don't want to use the ball here. So your knees are glued together, but then they're going to unglue as we come up. So let's float on up here. You're going to lift one leg and then the other leg, just 3 of these. Lift and lift and up and up. Good. Sit on down, lean forward. Come on up here. Legs are straight up. Flesh away from the sit bones. So hug a tree arms, right? So that's the Pilates thing of hug a tree. Your fingers are coming towards each other here. Inhale on the center, go to one side. Exhale, exhale. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, exhale. So this is, for me, this is like ridiculously easy. So I think like, what's going on here? Why is this part of the classic practice? Does anybody know the answer?
If you hold your stomach in the whole time, it's harder.
If you hold your stomach in the whole time, it's harder?
Yeah.
Or that helps you maintain it, right?
Right.
It helps you maintain it. Right. And you're aware that your legs are not working, they're not moving. Last one. And release that down. Take your legs a little wider, very wide. Some teachers say just as wide as the mat. Other teachers I've studied with say go as wide as you want. So live your life, right? Go to one side. Belly pulls back. I like to bring the other arm back behind me and feel like somebody's holding on that wrist and pulling me backwards. And then come on up. Try that today. Right? It kind of reminds you of that push-pull action. I gotta say, this is really a tonic for me to have all of you in class here, and I'm gonna miss you so much too.
Likewise, yes.
Likewise.
Oh, this
So
feels.
Everybody come and move with us.
Oh yes, everybody's invited to hoop. Meryl and I hoop together. We got other folks
What's who?
who like to do.
Hula hoop.
Oh, I don't have a hula hoop.
Oh,
No,
I can
don't
hook
worry
you up.
about that.
I can hook you up. I've got tons of them.
Where do you hoop?
And we hoop in Ashbridge Park.
Oh, I love Ashford Park.
Yeah.
And we do it for cardio.
Excellent.
So you get your heart rate up for
Right.
a half hour or longer if you want to. Let's do 3 more.
Right?
And it's so much fun.
And how do you know when it is a merit?
I have a mailing list. So if you want to be on my mailing list, you need to tell me.
Okay,
And usually on the weekend we meet once and
okay.
one.
That's perfect.
It's really fun.
Hoop it up, huh?
And we do it just for fun. So it's not a formal class.
I could do some cardio.
Fun. Everybody can use some cardio. And I started it because I loathe cardio. And I thought, what could I do that wouldn't feel like work? And we just laughed the whole time.
It's so much fun.
And
My
it's
husband
really
comes too.
Yes,
My husband.
And this is what you're helping.
it's great. It's
For
great.
your
It's great
core.
for the midsection. Yeah. Now, you all know Susan Gore? So
Yeah,
she's part of the
yeah.
group. And she was wearing her Fitbit thing. Because
Right.
we were wondering, about does your heart rate go up? And her
Right?
heart rate went up and it was in the exercise zone. It was literally, so she was thrilled because it's really good cardio work. So anybody, contact me, let me know, and I'll let you know what's going on. And we plan to be outside until there's ice on the ground,
Perfect.
until we can't.
Is it usually a Saturday or a Sunday?
Whenever it's not raining.
Okay.
Okay, weather dependent.
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna do bow and arrow, guys. Get ready. You've got your ball or your block between your legs. And you don't have to be great at hooping.
No.
There's no, there's no it's strictly fun.
No pressure.
If you're not good at hooping, then you get in your squats.
Okay.
Right,
Because you have
right,
to keep bending down.
right. Pick up the hoop.
That's
That's right, that's part of the hoop. Picking up the hoop when it falls down. Okay, now lean back. Thanks for reminding me of that, Meryl. One arm comes back. Okay, when this gets hard, that's why the ball's there, okay? Squeeze the ball. When you squeeze the ball, you're activating all those muscles in your midline. Your midline muscles are doubled, right? You got your right side, you got your left side. So they're working really hard. That means you can lean back more because you're so strong. 3 more. One side and then the other. And 2. And 1. Come on up. Lean yourself forward. Breathe it out here. Okay. Put your weights aside. Any favorites that you guys want to make sure you do today? See, this is the advantage of showing up in class.
Side work?
Sorry?
Side work.
Absolutely. Let's do some side work. So we'll be on our side. You could do a side plank with your hand on the ground or your forearm on the ground. So make a choice here. Try putting one, you can stack your feet, but we're gonna move the hips up and down. It's gonna definitely be more accessible if you've got your upper leg forward of your lower leg, so that's what I do, instead of having them stacked, right? So you're gonna start to lower your hips, the arm comes around the ear and then lift it up, right? And 5. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. I started on my strong side. The next side is gonna be terrible. Oh dear. Okay. Here we go. You've set yourself up on the other side. Let's go. And 6. So it's little hip dips. 5, 4. It's 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm up. Now bring both hands on the ground, face the floor. You're in a plank. We're not going to stop here. Bring one leg out to the side and back. Other leg, back. You can do this. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Put your knees down. Lie on down. You're on your chest. Woo! Rest here. Oh, that feels nice. Wag your tail. Okay. We're just going to do that Sphinx thing. So, you put your forearms down. Let's do Yoga Sphinx. So, take my angle here a little bit. So, Yoga Sphinx doesn't really require movement, but it requires activation. Okay. So, here we go. You're going to be relatively still. I want you to glue your forearms down. Make your fingers, spread your fingers really wide. So you're that gecko, okay? And your forearms are kind of sticky here. They're sticking to your mat. I want you to engage your glutes. While you do that, you're going to press down your pubic bone, right? So you're lifting your heart and your ribs and your navel. You want to get as much of the front body off the ground. If you can get to the lower abdomen, make sure you don't lift your hips. Okay, so all the bony parts are down, except for your ribs. Okay, now here's the activation. Keep all of that lifted. Pull the arms back. So that's going to lift your heart here. You're going to breathe right here. So inhale and exhale. Just keep the shoulders dropping down your back. Inhale. They want to slide up, but they are sliding down. Exhale. Inhale. Can you lift your navel more? Exhale. Isometric, big time. Inhale and exhale. You have 2 more. Can you get the lower abdomen activated, if not lifted? And exhale. Inhale. Ooh, I can feel the erector spinae and the lats here. Your back, and exhale, release it down. Release it down. Lift your feet right away and rock your feet side to side. Oh. Okay, so your back body is very much awake. Let's do the spider push-ups. So your fingers are off the mat. They're side to side. Your elbows are wide. So this forces your front body to do part of your back body, I should say, to do a lot of the work rather than bringing it all into your arms. Let's inhale here, lifting up. Exhale, roll yourself down. So we're going to go slow here. You're aware, inhale, how long your spine is. And exhale. Inhale. Notice that your glutes contract. That's partly to help you out. It's partly to protect your low back. Exhale. We have 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your forearms down in front of you. I was casting about in my mind to think what buildings are going to still be open over the winter where we could hoop. Okay, so come up on your forearm. So I donate blood, and I'm very much aware that all these community rooms in churches and synagogues are open
Okay.
like that. So maybe we could like persuade someplace to stay open. What do you think, Merle? For hoopers.
Try.
Lift one foot, point flex, and bring it down. We could give them a donation for the congregation.
That's a great idea. I got a church you can check out. Our more Presbyterian.
Our World Presbyterian, think they'd like it? They probably have a very nice community,
I'm gonna
room, right?
call, I used to volunteer in the office. I'm gonna call
That would
the
be great.
administrative person.
That would be great.
I
Send me a
have-
text, let me know.
I have to look up
I would
her,
love that. 3,
look her up anyway. I haven't done that in 2 years.
we just need a big room.
It's a big room,
2,
High ceilings?
high ceilings.
perfect.
I don't know if they, there's a preschool in it though, so
Oh, sure, it might not
it's
work.
not,
Come
might
on
not
in.
work.
Well, we could just practice hooping then.
Lift your feet up, take your feet from side to side.
Because of COVID, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Preschool's in the building next door right now, there's like a little school, little.
Is there, we'll bring
Yeah,
that
'cause
down.
I live-
We're gonna do our sideline work,
Oh, you do?
folks.
I live down the street.
So come on to your, come on to one side.
Yeah, it's where I walk my dog, I see the little kids out, and then there's like a house.
So
next to
also
it.
So there you are, you're on one side and the legs are forward. Does anybody know why the legs are forward on this one? For
You?
balance,
Okay, balance.
okay?
Sounds good.
So if you're in one line, there's really no way you can bring your leg forward and backward and maintain your balance. You've got that bend at your hips. You take your upper leg, slide the upper heel past the lower heel. That lightens up your waist on the lower body here. So lift it just 5 inches, bring it forward and bring it back. Forward and back. 3 more. It's hard enough not to move the torso when your hip is bent. But if it were straight, it'd be impossible. Your last one. Good, okay. We're gonna slide the foot up the leg. Here we go. And down. And up. Up. So it's not just going up and forward, it's reaching out. Bring it up. Pretend I'm holding your foot at the top and I'm yanking your leg away from you. That's what's happening. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Let's do our hot potato. Forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rainbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1. 4. And 3, 2, 1. And back. Forward. 2, 1. Back. 2, 1. Forward 1. Back 1. And good. Bend the upper knee. Bring that foot flat. Lift the lower leg. Let's do circles today. Point the toe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down. Stack your legs. Now you're in one line. Okay. So you've got your upper hip. Right? If I was doing a little x-ray of you and the camera was right above your upper hip, you would see the femurs line up perfectly. Okay?
Okay.
So you've got that. Take your hand off the floor, your upper hand off the floor, and feel yourself balancing here. You're not lifting your legs, but you're balancing. So you should be shaking a little bit. It should be unsteady. When you're unsteady, you know you're in the right place. Now, let the lower leg, you can put your hand back on the floor or keep it on your hip. Lower leg does the work. Up and down. 5. It's 4, 3, 2. This one's going to stay up. Lower leg goes down and hops up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is our flutter kick, originating from the hip joint. and your cross country. This is where you notice that when the legs swing big, the torso really has a hard time not moving around. Good. Put those legs down. Upper arm frames the ear. Now, your hands could be together. Your hands could be apart. You can interlace them. Take note of what you want to do and float everything up. Can you float it higher? For 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm always disappointed when I see myself in the camera here. It feels like I'm high, but I'm not. 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. You're going to roll into your back, and I'm not going to do it today, but you're going to float right up into a teaser. So it's a boat. Roll onto your back here. Sweep your arms around. It's a boat. Legs are up. Arms are reaching forward. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Can you straighten your legs? 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Roll into the other side. Beautiful. Your legs are forward. So it's a 30-degree bend at your hips. So it's less than 45, right? Okay. Now, before we do anything, slide your upper heel past your lower heel. So your feet are going to be on the wood if you are in the classroom. So the feet are yes, they're off the mat. Yeah, bring your feet towards me. Yeah, there we go. Now you don't have to balance.
Okay.
Right, okay? Upper leg is lifted, sweep it forward and back. So that helps with your stability here. That means you're rock solid in the torso. 4, 3, everybody in here looks great. 2, 1. Very nice. Stack the legs, knee towards the ceiling. Slide the upper leg towards the ceiling and down. Each time making sure the upper leg gets longer. It's almost like your legs are having a competition and each one is trying to be longer than the other. Like they're twins.
Twinsies.
Yeah, twinsies. 2 and 1. And now it's hot potato time. Let's bring it forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big rainbow up and back. 2, 1. Forward. 4. And back. And forward. 3, 2, 1. Back. Forward. And back. 2, 1. Forward 1. Back 1. Excellent. Bend the upper knee. Point the lip and point the lower toe. We're going to do our circles. 6, 5, point the toe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change your direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that leg down. Now the legs go in one line. So, right, the number 2 Ticonderoga pencil. Okay, so you've got that x-ray machine over you, and you're going to stack one femur over the other. Lift the hand off the floor and feel yourself unstable. If you're super stable and you've got your lower arm straight, bend the elbow and lift that arm up. You'll have less support on the ground. Okay, here we go. So the upper hand's on the ground or not. Lift the feet up and down. And lift and down. So as soon as I do this without my hand on the ground, I am going to shake. But that's good. 3, 2, 1. Now leave the legs up. Lower leg goes down and up. This is very hard without the upper hand on the ground. 3, 2, 1. And flutter kick. 3, 2, 1. And cross country. 3, 2, 1. And fish. Here we go. I'm going to lift both ends. Lift it up. 10, 9. Legs are together. No air space between the legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come into your back. Grab your ball. Okay. You're lifting your hips. Put your tailbone on the ball. Tabletop legs. Here we go. You're going to march. Bring one leg down. 4, 3, 2. Tap and bring it up. One side and then the other. You want to go slow. So the movement is 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the other leg. 4. To get to the ground, it's a 4 count. And then bring it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other leg. Much slower, right? Than you would think. But you notice how you can control that shaking when you go slow. Nice. Very nice. You are in control here. Let's do one more on each side. Keep the ball there. Once you bring that leg back up, gather your knees up into your chest. And we're going to do that little isolation thing again. So just have a nice pull there with that lengthening in the lumbar. So nice. You've been working that area big time. You're going to take your legs up towards the ceiling, and we're going to do that isolation again. Can you hold your toes steady? Can you prevent yourself from jiggling all around? I know the answer is no. But the question is, can you eliminate some of the jiggling? And then notice where that control, where the origin is of that control. It's not in your feet, I can assure you that. For 4, 3, 2. Very nice. Okay. You are going to drop your feet down on the ground. And you're going to take your lazy starfish right here. And you have a minute and a half right here. Start to walk your feet back. Pressing your feet, lift the hips up, take that ball out. Is anybody not loving lazy starfish? Is it a good one? Okay. That's good too. All right, so let's roll on up here. And we are going to do our mermaid. What's Pilates class without mermaid? So your feet are off to one side. Once again, you can sit sideways on your mat if that's preferable. And you've got your ball. So the hand opposite from the bent feet, right, has the ball. Bring that arm out. Roll it out here. Pressure into the ball. Let yourself shake. Go past the place where you're uncomfortable. Right? And then come on back. So that lower arm stays straight. The fingertips hold it at first, and then it rolls up onto your wrist, and maybe even by Linda a little bit further. So you should be uncomfortable here. This is not 100%. One more time. Bring it on out. And then the upper arm sweeps around. You're facing that object and rolling it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice when that third one to go really, really far, and you're sweeping your legs around. So we didn't do any wall work today. How about that? Bring it over. I'll do it first. Yeah. Bring it on over. Reach long, 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 and sideways. And bring it on up. Take it out. So if you think I don't have your contact information, please send it to me. So I can put you on my mailing list. Don't assume I have it because I haven't really assembled anything yet. I'm just collecting names. Bring the upper arm around. Pressing it out. Press, press, press. And pull it back. Good. Let's go with the hands and knees and do a little cat and cow. Okay? So we want to hit the reset button again on the spine. So there was nobody on the Zoom today. Everybody was on Insta. Insta people. Well, it's running. It's even recording. It's recording. Oh, so Susan's telling me that she waited on Zoom.
She waited.
So I wonder, I thought they got rid of the waiting room thing. Anyway, Susan, you're here, and that's great. Sally, good to see you. Sandy's there, that's great. Okay. Sorry about the Zoom thing, I don't really understand that. Because nothing popped up that said waiting room. And that should be turned off anyway. Okay. So let's come and sit. All right. So I'll be teaching, of course, body architecture on Friday, as always. And you're going to sweep your arms up. Exhale. Put your hands behind you here. Lift your hips up. Float your chest wide. And bring yourself up to seated. Let's walk the hands forward. Oh. So that's not great for 100% of people with the legs crossed, so you do it any way you can. And then come back up. We're just going to switch the cross of the legs. Same deal, walk the hands forward. Yes.
Oh, breeze feels good.
Come on up. What's that?
Breeze feels good.
Breeze feels good, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring your hips up again. Bring it on down. Okay. Okay, so 3 breaths here. Inhale, sweep your arms up, hands together, hands down to the heart. And of course, yin at 4:30 on Thursday here, as always. Last one. Float it up. And exhale, hands down. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right. Woo.
So is your email address at Sporting Public?
I will,
Let me write it out for you or something. Write it out for you or something. I don't have my phone with me.
oh, you don't have your phone.
No, I don't.
And you're Nancy, right?
I'm Jane.
You're Jane.
Jane. Jane Boyle.
Oh, I don't know why, I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay.
I thought I-
Not a problem.
had
It's
that
hard when you only see from the eyes up.
My feet.
But anyway, it's Jane, J.
Wait a second, I'm putting, the class thing in here. I gotta log the class in.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
My feet just have bone.
And then I have to put this 13th, right?
Today's 13th.
Look at this, I have it right here.
13,
I know,
20.
see the saw.
Post.
And here.
So
All right, there we are.
guess how many calories that was? 396 calories.
Right, that class,
It's
our
that
class,
right now.
396 calories?
396
I
calories.
love it.
Is that awesome?
It is.
A nutrient clear.
That's great. Okay, so I'm gonna add you.
21 beats per minute.
I think this is the one. Anyway, I still have.
And is it Boyle?
Yes, it's Jane, my name, dot T as in Thomas,
Oh, wait a second.
JANE
twice a week at night.
dot T
Yeah.
dot Boyle, BOYLE
Oh, I go to the studio
at
or.
Comcast
Oh, .net?
.net.
Well, I was begging him for post surgery.
And I'd love to hoop with you.
Ah,
And I will look into, I'm gonna talk to her today.
Oh, that would be
Because
great.
I went finally to the church. They don't,
Take your mask off. I'm gonna put your photo on here because I like to have a photo on my
If you look down, you see.
thing here. And you look great. You look great.
Like, it's longer because this one got shorter.
Nice.
So that's what
Okay.
happened.
so anyway, I used to volunteer, it's my, been my church since I moved here in 1986.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie.
I volunteered there for 2 years
It
from,
used to look like that
I
one.
forget,
It's terrible.
2011 to 2013 I'm here. And I volunteered in the office. And Raylan Harmon is the administrator of the church. Now, they finally went back into the church, but they happened to sing outside.
Oh, sure.
So we sing outside on the street, and the music director comes out and sings. I was talking to him, and I had